Persons with disabilities in Nigeria have called for a societal approach to end the stigma of discrimination. This was as they converged in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, to review the implementation of Nigeria's law against the discrimination of persons with disabilities, which was signed in January 2019. News Central's Amadine Uyi reports.
According to the World Health Organization, about 15% of the world's population live with some form of disabilities. This, according to estimates, is about 1.3 billion persons. Data also revealed that about 80 million Africans are disabled. According to the United Nations, these include those with mental health conditions, as well as birth defects and other physical impairments. In Nigeria, a 2020 estimate revealed that over 27 million Nigerians live with some form of disability. With this in mind, Nigeria's federal government signed the law discriminating against persons with disabilities in January 2019, giving both private and public organizations a 5-year period to commence full implementation of the Act. 4 years down the line, these persons with disabilities converged on the nation's capital, Abuja, to review compliance to the Act.
What we are doing here today is to remind ourselves of where we are coming from. We've had conversation with women partners, and we are sharing with them areas they need to pay attention on the needs of disabilities, and they have been responding, guiding us and advising us. Opportunities are out for us to take advantage of in order to program and ensure that the content of the Act is fully implemented.
Stakeholders present say despite the Act, persons with disabilities continue to face challenges.
There are so many challenges that we still have to address. But part of them, one of the key has to do with a question of improving awareness around the provisions of the law. What does the law say? Particularly in terms of ensuring that no one is abused and ensuring that the 5% that have been provided as reserve for employment opportunity for persons with disability is fully enforced.
They add that despite the 5-year suspension to the implementation of the Act given by government, 4 years down the line, organizations have refused to reconfigure public and private buildings to enable persons with disabilities have easy access.
We hear some stories or some questions that has to do with the cost of readjusting or remodeling buildings to be accessible. It's less than 1% of the total cost of such building. Therefore, using excuses around cost is not, viable, because the cost of putting a public building to make it accessible is less than 1% of the total cost of the building. So if it's less than 1%, it's not a cost that should scare anybody from implementing the law.
We've come a long way, but there is still a lot of opportunity for improvement, and part of it is engaging with relevant stakeholders like the building commissioner, relevant MDAs, to check if there are still public buildings, that have not complied, and put in place an enforcement mechanism to ensure that they are beginning to comply with that provision, which is very central.
Some of them also revealed that persons with disabilities also continue to face discrimination as one of their major challenges. They call for a societal approach to end the menace.
Discrimination is about norms, about negative values of the society, coming from religion or traditional held beliefs. And for us to pull it down, we need, state actors, political will on the part of the state.
Amadine Uyi, reporting for News Central.